That was a pretty good opening for Highmark Stadium.
I hope Kani Walker turns out to be a star because he's better on camera than me.
I almost blacked out, but I didn't. It was a good moment, though, for sure.
Well, there's no doubt about that. And I hate to say it, I think Dan was right.
This is the Buffalo Plus Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Buffalo Plus Podcast. Mike Catalana, Dan Fates, I am Jenna Cottrell. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Wrapping up this Bills-Panthers preseason game number 1 as the opening of Highmark Stadium. We're going to get into
Super Bowl.
who stood out, the offense, the defense, Tyler Bass. We'll get into our takeaways, 10 things we're going to talk about, probably a little more, as well as do our shout-outs. But I would say a pretty great day in Orchard Park.
Can I just say, I'm a little emotional right now.
Really?
Because this is the first video with all 3 of us.
That's true.
At Highmark Stadium, the new Highmark.
The new Highmark.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Jenna's going to cry.
No, maybe. No, today walking around, we'll get into the preseason game. Walking around, though, this was my first time being here with fans. And I think a lot of fans were showing up today for the first time as well. I know there was the practice last week. But seeing the awe, seeing the excitement, just feeling this stadium, so much work has gone into it, and just seeing how beautiful it is. It was really cool.
It's beautiful. We pushed back on some of the criticism about the stadium, seats, whatever. The scoreboards are a fine size. They are a fine size. They don't need the advertisers on there the entire game. It takes up 75% during the play.
It's funny that you say that because I could understand if it was ads taking up the 2 sides of the scoreboard and just video in the middle. But in many cases, it was not an ad.
It's like stats.
It's like down in distance. I
It's
just want that
massive.
whole thing to be video.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
At
Can we
least
do that?
during the play.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. So work on that, Bills.
Yeah, this one back here,
Yes.
Over there.
over
Yes.
there.
Like it's big.
Yeah.
No, it needs to be bigger.
It needs to be a bigger
needs to be
screen.
bigger.
Let's just
Okay,
replace
I
it.
was going to say, let's get into what we saw today.
Right.
Okay.
Josh Allen did play 2 series. He was out there. He did not get injured. We can bubble wrap him to the start of the week 1. What did you make of his day and what he looked like?
The reason I said I think Dan was right.
Ooh, okay.
Look, Josh looked good.
Which
When
I've
you
got
said
I've got a lot of reasons that I was right today.
bubble wrap him and you weren't thrilled about him playing in these games. I don't think, I know it was great that they look good in this setting. I don't think we learned anything about Josh Allen and DJ Moore today that we haven't seen at camp to look that way. It's fine they did it here. 4 times he either got hit or taken down, and it was, I'm not trying to make more of it, but it was in odd ways that he hit the ground. The one play, I think Jalen Phillips had him, and he was like holding on to him, and I'm like, don't throw him down. Nothing happened to him. He was fine. But I just, sometimes when you see that, the juice isn't worth the squeeze here, like they say. It was great. He was great. He didn't get hurt. That was fine. But part of me was like, get him off the field. He's done enough.
Part of me during this game was thinking about words that Micah Hyde has said on this podcast. And if you haven't heard it already, Micah's 2 appearances, it's every week.
Good plug.
Yeah, he's great. But what it made me think of was when he talks about you have to have a psycho mentality to play football. Especially, and he talked about how he hated the preseason and just didn't want to play after his rookie year. I had that feeling with Josh and some of the other guys, like even Greg Rousseau firing up the crowd. These guys go through car accidents on a play-by-play basis. And to do that for seemingly meaningless results today was what kind of made me nervous. Josh was playing like it was a playoff game.
Yeah.
He's stiff-arming linemen and running around the pocket. And it's like, Josh, just fall. Kyle Allen got clocked.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh. The opening drive was great. It didn't end up in a touchdown. DJ Moore got a catch. Was awesome. He's another guy that was asking for contact as he's running down the field. And I'm just like, please, bubble wrap them. Get them to Houston in one piece and healthy.
But I think you saw what you wanted to see. And you mentioned how, like, DJ Moore, what we've seen throughout camp is him look great. And him and Allen just seamlessly being on the same page. But you're right, just seeing some of those moments where Josh going down, it's just, I was like, all right, we saw enough. And then Josh in the
It was
baseball
hero
hat.
Josh.
Yeah.
Like, it was like him running. The touchdown pass to Keon is
Was,
so
yeah.
impressive. And you're sitting there like, save that. Like, please. He's faking out the lineman who's got him on. He's got the guy on skates, flailing all over the place. And I'm just going, please get. And you're like, what a throw.
Yeah.
I don't worry about like big hits on Josh. That doesn't happen that often. I just worry about
The awkward falling.
awkward falling.
Yes.
But he ends up getting through it. So getting through it, what did we see? Well, he looked great. DJ Moore, great. Khalil Shakir, a couple of nice plays. James Cook. Like, if you're going to say, how did you want the offense to look?
That was it.
That was it. And I don't know how much blame would go on the offensive line for the pressures because, like you said, Josh could have easily just thrown him away, done something else. He decides to run around. I'm not saying he ran into the sacks, but he did decide to hold the ball. So I think if you're Joe Brady, you're like, good. Got through 2 drives, 10 points.
Saw
get
what
him
you
out.
wanted to see.
Yeah.
And I do think, like, DJ Moore and Khalil Shakir, first of all, nice seeing Khalil Shakir down the field.
How about
Awesome.
that?
I was like, love to see that.
Carolina's like, what?
Yes.
The NFL's like, are you kidding me?
Khalil's like, there's no rule against me going past the line of scrimmage.
Carolina's like, he's not going to go this far. Oh,
You
my
know what
gosh,
it
he
is?
did.
It's like he thinks like an offensive lineman. He's not allowed.
Ineligible man
Right.
downfield.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I wasn't allowed down
So
there.
that was nice to see. And just also, like, they were wide open at
Yeah.
moments. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, that was exciting to get to see
Yes.
them in space, see that run after the catch as well. You want to see that.
It was almost like this was the first time Josh could get hit. And like you said, the one podcast where you're like, yes, more violence,
Yes.
kidding around.
Kidding.
It was like Josh was like, I want to get hit.
Yeah.
Like, this
He
is
was like,
the first.
he was like itching.
yeah, like, he's like, somebody's got to hit me. I want this.
Well,
And
he got it.
He got
enough.
hit.
And then he got off the field.
Yes.
And then, so when you looked at that, the way the offense looked, it looked pretty much in rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
They moved the ball. That was impressive.
And Keon catching that touchdown,
Yeah.
Broken down play. Obviously, Josh keeps him in it. You see the shimmy, see the shake from Josh. And then for Keon, I was like, hey, you want to see that as well.
Can we just say, when we said about him playing in this game, Josh starts the first game in the stadium. Josh throws the touchdown pass in the stadium.
Yes, of course, as it was meant to be.
Yes.
Shane Buechele should not have had the first touchdown in the stadium.
Wow. Taking a shot at Shane?
Well, it also would have been in the third or
Jeepers.
fourth quarter.
just
You guys
kidding.
are
Holy
jerks.
cow. Hey, Shane,
Sure.
I know you're a
Wow.
friend of the pod. Sorry
Last
about
pod,
that.
you were taking shots at Fisher's Desserts.
No, that was me. I said the scone was bad at Fisher.
Yes, you did.
Oh, you did.
Which a lot of people agreed with us
Agreed.
that muffins are better.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We'll get to the who had the first interception at
Yes.
this stadium in a little bit.
okay, do we want to talk a little bit more about the offense, or are we ready? I mean, I thought James Cook had a couple of nice runs as well.
Alec Anderson started. Then on the second drive,
Yeah.
it was Corbett,
Corbett,
who
yeah.
came in.
False start.
Yes.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm overreading this, but when I looked at that, I thought, okay, that to me would mean this is when they're both going to get time
Yes.
with the first line, which means we may not see this in game 2 and 3.
Agreed.
Because it was like, in some cases you would be like, okay, this first 3 series is going to be Alec and then Corbett in the second game. No. I think this was what we're going to see of the first team offense.
Also saw Lloyd
Cushenberry.
Cushenberry. We did get to see for the first time since the practice here, Connor McGovern, sleeve on one of his legs.
Right leg.
Was on the field.
Yeah,
with
what
the
you
team.
saw them down there. What were
Yeah.
they? They were just
I
hanging
thought,
out.
I thought McGovern with the cut off tank top look. Good look.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, this is casual Friday here
Yeah.
at the stadium.
I was thinking, that is a relaxed man.
that is a
Other
man that
guys were
doesn't
out
seem-
before the game. He did
Yeah.
mention that Skylar Bell, if it was a game,
Yeah.
Joe said he would have played. Then you have, Max out here.
Yeah, Max and Cole Bishop went through
Working out.
warm-ups and then did not play.
Not CJ, right? CJ was out on the sidelines.
CJ was out on the sidelines before and bouncing around a little bit at pregame. He did have that sleeve still on
Yeah.
his right lower leg again. Wasn't moving around great. Not a doctor. Just want
Yes.
to make sure that's very clear. He also almost got into it with the Panthers pregame. And my first thought was passionate. Like, that is what this guy is. Some Panthers went through when they were coming out for warm-ups, went through the Bills' defensive warm-ups. CJ didn't like that.
Yeah.
Very
Him and JC
territorial.
Yeah, and so CJ had a
A lot of testosterone.
Yes.
lot of tea.
Yep.
Lot of
High
tea.
T. Okay, we want to talk about the defense.
2 drives or 2 series for the Panthers, no first downs. I think, or three.
Three.
They
It
ended
was
up
three,
three
yeah.
drives. I think it was a total of 12 yards, 14 yards,
something
like that. And Deone Walker was really good.
He was, which we asked Joe Brady after the preseason game about him. He's like, I thought he was an emerging star last year.
Yep.
And to see him be out there and have a presence, you want to see that out of a second-year player. And I think he had, 3 tackles today, 1 for a loss, as well as the sack. Like, you were like, hey, who's that?
It was great to see him affect the game in both ways.
Very fair.
So not just as a pass rusher and impacting the quarterback, he was affecting the running game too.
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb had a tackle, but it was because of what Deone Walker caused up the middle. So, boy, I'm going to mix up. Remember how I had the trouble with Dwayne Carter?
Yes.
Now I'm going to mix up Kani Walker.
And Deone Walker. They have the same last name, so.
Yeah.
The other guys have similar first names.
Yes. That's the way names work.
That is
Time.
true. Time.
They looked good. They looked effective. Terrell Bernard made a nice play.
He blitzed.
Say,
It
yes.
deflected a pass.
And him and Dorian Williams were out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was an athletic play. That's
Yep.
what we want to see. That's what the guy is, right?
And that is something that has been missing because of the injuries. You just haven't seen him be able to show that athleticism.
Was anybody else thinking the first third down? It's like, they're going to give up a third down here, right? like we were all thinking it, and they get off the field, and you're like, you're allowed to get off the field on third down?
Yeah.
And they did it time and time again. Not only that, it was the blitz off the edge that it didn't get there, but it affected the throw, obviously batting it down. Jim Leonard talked about it. The scheme's great, but it's not just blitzing for blitzing's sake. To say we blitzed, to affect the throw, that to me was encouraging because he talks about it puts so much stress on coverage. So if that's completed,
You're not getting,
if that's completed, that may not just be a first down. That
Right.
can be a 25-yard gain, flips field position. That was good to see.
I think we.
You
stopped-
didn't,
I
you
stopped
didn't
it.
say it.
He didn't say it.
Did you
That
hear
was-
it? I almost short-circuited.
That was really good.
I think
so
we
in
always
my
have
head.
to say this, and it's the preseason. Micah mentioned it. They don't game plan. So in fairness,
Unless you're
Yes.
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
yes, for that game, or probably the Ravens with Harbaugh.
Yes.
But the Panthers don't either. So if you're talking to the Panthers, they'd be like, yeah, they're coming with blitzes. They're doing things
Yeah.
that we don't prepare for. Doesn't mean they wouldn't have still been effective, but this is why you just look and say, impressive. But you can't, we don't take it 3 steps farther than that. Good first step for them defensively. That's exactly what you want to see.
I think that's one thing too, where you just see the instincts.
Yes.
Like this is
Yes.
the ability. The scheme will come
Go out
later.
there and play.
Yeah, go out there and play, and the guys that can make those moments and take advantage of that, and that's what you saw today.
Mitch Morse was talking on the Bills pregame coverage on their radio outlet network. He talked about how sometimes the coaches get together and there's a lot of transparency that Mitch said that, hey, we're going to blitz. We're going to do this. So it's almost like those practices where, hey, we want to try some things out. I just wonder where that is with Joe Brady as a new coordinator.
Yeah.
Of, hey, we're gonna send some pressure. We're going to do this. He said that there's a dynamic to that in the fraternity of coaches where you kind of not tell them what you're going to do, but there's a little bit of transparency between the coaches in the preseason. I thought that was interesting.
That makes sense. I actually also asked Brady at the podium after. I'm like, we talk about the preseason being so important for the players, but for you, I
Yeah.
mean, this was really his first experience being a head coach, and he was talking about how he was over communicating at points of like, hey, I was writing this down because I want to fix this, I want to do this. But we talk so much about for the guys, but like for him, this
Yeah.
was really his first taste at being down here, calling the plays, overseeing everything, and there's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah, and even for Josh, he mentioned that it's almost like being at a road game until you really get used to it.
Yeah.
He was here for the practice, so they simulate things, but he goes, you're not really
Play
in the
clock.
same rush
Yeah.
you are with a regular play clock. So the comfort level they will have for this as their home stadium. For Joe, he's going to have a whole nother game here.
Yep.
Josh, I don't believe is going to be playing in that last preseason game, but I do think all of these times, and then they'll probably come over and practice here
Yeah,
also.
but I think this is also one of the reasons why Josh was out there for 2 series. Is because, like, all right, let's see. Oh, I thought he was
Wow.
laughing.
He
Dan
got
was just
choked up
coughing.
because
Excuse me.
So do you now look at it that you were right?
So here's the thing. This is all outcome based. Because if something bad were to happen, Dan would have been like,
But
This
the outcome
was
was
it-
good. Josh didn't get hurt, but
Yes.
I felt during the game, I was like, I don't like this. There we
Of
go.
course, yes.
So
But I get the thought process behind it. You can't be afraid to be out on the field
I'm not
because
saying
that's when bad
afraid.
things can happen.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's why you saw Josh going psycho mode at moments. Because I
know.
think if you pull back that hair with this game and hesitation, it leads to bad things.
Psycho mode, Dan.
Oh, don't be. Dan's dancing.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was really
It's
bad.
really bad.
Okay, let's talk a little more about the defense.
Yeah.
TJ Parker,
Yeah.
Bill's first pick from this past draft with a sack today. I was watching him a couple of times, just like seeing what he was up to. Had the sack today. I think for him, it's about getting his feet wet, continuing to grow. But it was nice to see that at least.
Can I go back to something else? Landon Jackson started.
And then was
He-
playing in the third quarter.
Yeah.
I-
So I don't know what the reasoning is behind that in terms of how they're planning on doing that.
Not in the building.
But that is an interesting thing to have someone start and
And
then
then-
be playing deep into the second half.
I think maybe it's in part they want to see him get a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
So get him out there right away. So, good for him.
Did you notice him?
No. But that doesn't mean we have looked
He
at
sniffed
everything.
out a screen.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
If he gave a little Makembe Matumbo finger wave.
No.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Sweet. There we go.
I loved the reaction, and I know this is preseason, but the vibes on the sideline.
Vibes.
It's also very funny. All of the starting linemen took their pads off, like they just came out with their jerseys. You see how small those jerseys are and how big those guys are. Like it
You
all.
just realized this?
Well, they don't usually just wear their jerseys like they're like high school players on like
Yeah.
a Friday game day around class. But you're looking
That's
at,
really funny.
but like you know what I'm talking
Yes,
about, where you see them
yes.
on the sidelines, you're like, is that a youth medium?
That's
They were
funny.
so in on everything.
Engaged the whole time.
Tyler Bass's field goals was 3 out of 4, made all the extra points. The field is beautiful grass. It was torn up.
They were out here doing repairs.
Yes.
You know, like when I was in Scotland for golf, they have these guys that go out there and like fill in the divots. It's
Yeah.
like you do that and then you get like free rounds of golf.
I'm
They
not,
had guys filling in divots over here.
yeah, I'm not talking about like a 9-iron divot. I'm talking about chunks.
Well,
And-
you could see from up top there were some areas that looked like they were getting sparse.
And players were like, and at one point, like a guy from the Carolina sideline like came over during a timeout and like filled in a crater. Like the grass was being shoved,
Chunked?
mountained up, and then they were smoothing it out.
So let's be honest. That's the difference between playing on grass and playing on turf, or if there's issues here.
I'm gonna look into
because
it.
The turf is the same. It's not changing.
So I have never played on the difference. I've never, not in the building, not an NFL player. Obviously, it's giving. I just don't know.
If
It
it's
can be taken. That's not a word, but
So they love the grass.
I think like everything though, I think there's some learning going
Yeah.
on.
And Jenna, there have been games when we've been on the sidelines and we're on the field afterwards, getting the handshakes and
Yeah.
coaches stuff. I remember walking on Pittsburgh, and I was like, I'm walking on mountains. Like,
yes.
like
You had to
realize
watch.
that there's like
yeah.
330-pound men tearing up the field.
Yes.
So just something put in the back
Yes.
burner.
I think that's something that, like I said, they will look at, work on, develop,
It's not like they
evolve,
grew this grass
but-
with seeds overnight.
Yes. But that is
Tuckahoe
something
Turf
that...
Farms, New Jersey.
Oh, Jersey strong.
Right, 20 minutes from where I grew up.
Nice.
That's where they grew up. So we got a checklist for the Bills.
Stadium
Expand the
turf.
scoreboard.
They need some more garbage cans, too.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're working.
They added
on
them. We got them in the media bathrooms
look.
Okay.
afterwards.
Yeah.
So we're moving
just-
ahead.
Yeah. But they
We
did.
got-
The ice cream machine was working.
that. Yes.
We got off on a tangent. Common here on Buffalo Plus. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Kani Walker.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if we were going to Tyler Bass. Back to him.
We'll go back, but
Okay.
I hope Kani Walker turns into the second coming of Christian Benford.
Yeah.
Because that man is gold.
he's media gold. He makes plays. We talked to him afterward. He's excited about what happens. And then Gene Battaglia from Rochester asked him about, hey, you had the first interception in the new Highmark Stadium. Here's what he had to say.
Years from now, you can go back and point to this. I got the first ever interception in that stadium. What does that mean to you?
Oh, I didn't even realize that, cuz I got the first pick in the stadium. That's hard. Dang, I ain't gonna think about that. Yeah.
Did you get the ball?
TBD. I definitely got it, but it ain't here right now, so I can't even show it to you. But honestly, dang, I didn't even realize it like that, though. So honestly, it's an honor. Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, it's been an honor to even be in this locker room in general. So, like, I kind of just add those to the chips of being grateful for my opportunities.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. The fact that when he was asked to replay the play, walk us through the play, with very common media thing that we do after the game, said he almost blacked out, was really glad he didn't. Also, he mentioned being aggressive, not being afraid to make a play. And it's like, well, if you don't make that play, then that could go, big touchdown the other way. And he's like, that's playing scared. I don't play scared. That's not what I do. That's not what my coaches want me to do. Making that impact. I've mentioned him like day 4 or 5 of camp. I saw him mention saying,
I know.
yeah, absolutely, I'm taking credit. Somebody saying, oh, I think he made the team today. He's been on the team the whole time since training camp. It's a matter of he's going to push Igbinosin. He's going to push some guys to play. And if he continues to make plays, stack good days, the meritocracy and the openness of this Bills defensive secondary, he's not going to make the team. He's going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right now the fourth corner, right? You would say
100%.
And
didn't practice.
You said it.
Yes.
They're going to. Jim Leonard's going to go. The guys are going to play. Now that does not mean that they're not bringing in other people too. I still believe this team's going to bring in a veteran corner.
Sure.
Yeah.
To have another corner.
Turning off the lights on us.
Keep talking.
Okay.
But that kid has done, I would think, everything they would want out of him. Mm-hmm. And to your point, Dan, of him saying, I don't want to play scared. He said that to us at camp before he even played a game. And here he is saying it after an interception. There's a difference between being reckless and being aggressive. And I think if you can go down that line and be aggressive without putting your teammates in a bad spot, it's where you're still doing 1/11th, but you're not sitting back going, I don't know about this play. That's what I think he's shown.
But he's also been able to show that he can rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
Like some guys, they look good in practice squad stuff, and then you see them take a rep with the second team or the first team, and you don't see them make that kind of an impact. But I feel like Kani has shown that he can, look, there's still ways to go, obviously, but having a play like that, like, sends a message of, like, the moment is not too big right now.
It's not too big, but he's so appreciative of this moment.
That's cool.
Talking about being the undrafted, and he said, there's a lot of weight on him, and there's pressure to, like we've talked about. If you're a first round, second round, third round pick, you get more chances and chances to make mistakes. Undrafted free agents do not get that luxury. And to see him make that play in that moment, and then I'm trying to find him after, it's on our social, it's on the Instagram, it's on TikTok, it's on my Twitter. He's like walking off the field like, this is crazy. Wow, he's jumping into Billy Buffalo's arms. The emotion that you get from, again, I go back to Micah being like, I don't want to play in the preseason. That may have been one of the best moments of Kani Walker's life.
Yeah.
Having that interception in this place, the first one, that'll be the trivia question in years to come. Very cool moment, and you got to see what it meant for these guys.
Yeah, and the preseason for these types of players is massive. And to put that on tape and to show that you can and have a play like that, it's really cool.
And
honestly.
you said that when Micah said that. He also said when he was young, like
it was
Kani
a
Walker,
fifth-round pick,
everything. You got maybe you over-prepare that way to get yourself ready to play. Now, I think that kid can play, and when you look around the league, you will see this. It feels like there's always undrafted corners. The Bills had them. Levi Wallace.
Yeah.
How many years did he play in the league? Undrafted corner.
Lucky penny. Ugly penny.
Ugly penny, which is not nice.
Bad penny.
But Dan called it ugly penny because he can't quote anything
And Dane
correctly.
Jackson made the team as, a seventh round pick?
Yeah.
And obviously,
played for like
Christian
10 years.
Benford
was a 6th-round
earned
pick.
the starting job.
After Kani's interception, he had handshakes with so many staff members and players that Frank Gore Jr. scored a touchdown, and he still wasn't done celebrating with his teammates.
The only thing is, he thinks he should have had a pick 6.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like that mentality, though.
So,
I agree.
Go get it the next time. Kani.
Yeah, I think that was cool. I think Jordan Hancock had a couple of nights.
Always around the ball.
Yes, yeah.
He looks so much more comfortable as a nickel.
Yeah.
Like that Taron Johnson downfield attacking
I do
feels
think
way
that-
better than him in coverage.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I do think
You're
they
welcome.
felt last year they needed to try to get a guy in to play safety.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think and Taryn was here, so I think it was more out of necessity. I mean, look, they had a lot of necessity, with no Ed Oliver and no Michael Hoyt and, and injuries in the secondary that they had guys playing. He's comfortable. I talked to him at practice this week. He likes being in the slot. I think they're going to have a tough time keeping that kid off the field.
Yeah.
So
The physicality,
impressive.
too.
And look, they're playing out there today. I know it was just a few series, but they're playing out there, with, like you said, without Max Hairston's not playing. They're not playing with both starting
Yeah, Cole
safeties.
Bishop,
So
yeah.
this is not the defense. It is a portion of the defense, but
It's
I
a
love
look
the other
at the
guys.
defense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think. Are you looking at your notes?
Yeah.
I'm going to just look at my notes really fast. It's
Wait,
probably-
Steve coming through with a few plays.
Dude.
Drew a penalty.
Drew a flag.
Yeah. I think he was he second in receiving yards in
I'm
this
sorry,
game?
I missed this.
White Steve.
Oh,
White Steve.
Steve
Yeah.
Gosnell, yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Who's Steve
I
Gosnell?
believe it was Air Raid Buffalo had a funny tweet about like the big three for the Bills, and it was DJ Moore, Khalil Shakir, and
White Steve.
And yeah, it was pretty funny. I thought Jordan Hancock had a nice afternoon too. Good play in the red zone. Jalen Kilgore had
Another
a nice
blitz.
Yep.
Yeah,
Batted the ball down.
yeah. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think what else. DeMar and Geno Stone started at safety. We talked
Yeah.
a little bit about. Oh, we mentioned Tyler Bass before missing. He was 3 for 4.
3 for 4.
3 for 4 or 4 for 5.
Three.
Wait a minute, 29. They had the extra point at the end. 2 extra points and
Okay.
3 field goals.
So,
9, 14.
He missed the 45-yarder, came back and made a 46-yard kick.
I think I'm wrong.
I think you're wrong too.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
Either way, he missed one of his kicks today. Where do you look at, is this a problem? He's the only kicker on the roster in terms of that. Like, what do you think of? Or are you like, hey, it's the preseason.
Getting
It's
used to new turf. That's what I'm gonna chalk it up to.
Really?
Yep.
field conditions?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Really?
Really?
He didn't play last year.
He's
did
kicked
not.
on grass before.
He did not have a
Has he
great
kicked on this grass?
2024.
No.
Is this Bermuda?
I'm
Kentucky
not,
Blue?
Listen, I'm not nothing against
Zoysia?
Tyler.
So,
You said Zoysia? Is it
I
Zoysia?
don't know.
Zoysia?
Shockingly, I don't know about grass.
For golf. No, I'm not giving him. The conditions were perfect today, right?
Okay. Okay.
I would actually agree. The conditions were really nice.
Perfect.
Okay.
There was barely any wind. I'm not saying it's an issue. I was just saying, like, I didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
If it continues to be a thing, then that's obviously a concern. I think that's a fair thing to say.
But-
We're not.
yeah.
The panic button is not out.
No,
but
not
it's
panic. No.
no. That's what I was saying.
Right.
Yes.
But Dan's making excuses for the grass. Greenskeeper over here. The atmosphere in the place, kind of what you expect in a preseason game. I think people are excited about this.
It was
stadium.
electric early. I thought it was like 90% filled for a preseason game, and then it
And then
was
people were
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got to see.
Elite day, you get to show up tailgating, perfect weather,
Yeah.
see Josh Allen and DJ Moore, and then you're like, I get to be home by 3
Yeah, it's
Like,
so true.
yes.
and have the rest of my Saturday.
Because you looked
Yeah.
around and you're like, I saw a lot of the red and blue seats.
Yes.
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
second half. By the way, you were down there. What's it like down on the field?
Weird.
Yeah.
In what way?
I don't know exactly how many games I've shot at the old Highmark Stadium, but you become so familiar,
59.
Probably more.
probably more,
I don't know, just-
9+ years
Yeah.
shooting games there. 8 and 9 is probably close to 60 games.
I just said 59.
That was pretty funny.
Walked
And
into
it was
that one.
so unintentional.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Try to do math too.
Yeah.
The fact that like when you see Josh drop back, it's just what you're used to seeing through the lens and the backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
It was just different to see.
Was it harder to shoot?
No,
Okay.
it got a little weird once the shadows came in. The opposing sideline will be in the sun
Yeah.
for most of the second half. And again, as the season, I don't know if that'll change earlier, but in the beginning, both sides were in quite a bit of sun, and it
Yeah.
was definitely warm. It's not as much of a breeze almost a little humid
Yeah.
in this stadium. But then they got baked in the sun, the opposing sideline, and we were mostly in shade. But it just felt.
I'm
felt
proud
weird.
of you, Dan, because while you gave an excuse for Tyler Bass to get used to the field, you just powered through.
Just powered through.
It's different for you.
Look at you.
I shot a great game.
You did. I actually was saying this to Mike when you were away. I was like, man, Dan is such a damn good
All right,
shooter.
we have to stop. I already
I'm
told him he
just-
was right. And now
This
you
is a really good
complimented.
podcast for me.
Yeah. Okay. Couple of notes in terms of for us, we walked around some
Ah,
of the concourses.
so much fun.
Now we did see. We went up. There is a section
Yes.
in particular. I believe it's 417.
Jenna's doing the
I
pointing.
am pointing, but there are some seats, not a lot, but a couple that are blocked by kind of where the press box ends.
Yeah, I would tell you, I think we could, if we wanted to show you, I think we could show the video. It is, it's like next to the press box. I don't know how you'd get around it. I would say in worst case, the worst seat there, worst case, you're missing from like the 15-yard line down on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot, but it's the farthest point away is what I'm saying
think
to you
that's
is.
absolutely
And that
the
is in
worst,
the
though.
corner all the way there. And those other ones, it's weird because they have these railings or they have the plexiglass.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to a couple people, they're like, honestly, you really notice it, and then you start watching the game and it's not that big a deal.
Well, I think about like hockey game. Like there have been maybe one or two games in my life that I've gotten to sit on the glass,
Yeah.
whether it's at an Amerks game or a Sabres game. And the puck goes in the other end of the rink.
You can't see it.
You can't see anything.
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
just, yeah.
Like to
Yes.
act like this is the first stadium where like
No,
you can't see
yes.
the entire ice.
You know what would
I-
make it better?
Bigger
Bigger video boards.
I don't like how small that video board
I
is.
know. Yeah.
That is probably my one critique. I do think when we
You
were
mean
walking
that one?
around.
That one's smaller.
No, that
That-
one's smaller.
That
So,
one's bigger.
No,
if
this
they
one-
want to, so
this
if,
We're just closer to it. That's
yeah.
No,
So space.
100%
No,
this
that-
one is wider though.
Yeah. Yeah.
taller.
It's taller.
This is an
Yes.
awesome audio podcast
By
for
the
those
way-
people listening as we
We're just
argue
pointing
over
back and forth.
pointing.
I would say if they want to get a new one, I'll put it on the patio.
That would be nice.
Bring it
We'll
out.
bring it into the studio. Big Cat would buy it.
You would. It was breezier than I was expecting when we were walking
Yeah.
around. That was just something I noticed. I was like, wow, there's a pretty strong airflow, I would
But
say.
you said, like Dan said, not down here,
Not down
which
here.
Josh
Yes.
Allen loves that.
Yeah,
Because the
agreed.
quarterbacks. We got the shout outs.
Okay, shout outs as well. Before we do that, I just want to mention Mike Dana having back-to-back
Yeah,
sacks.
good for him.
Ian Wheeler having the
Yeah.
touchdown as
Yep.
well. Frank Gore Jr. having some nice moments too.
Yeah.
And then we can do the shout outs.
So many.
This was honestly pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like walking around and the response was really cool.
People are
and
really nice. And
So
anytime
nice.
you see us and you certainly want to say hi and say anything about the podcast, we're there for it.
a couple people walking up, I'm just shoving my face with buffalo chicken tenders. It's like, lay off me, I'm starving.
So I meet somebody and they go, I love the podcast. And then I go, oh, great, thank you. And I said, Jenna's right here with
Who's
me.
Mandy
I
and
walk
Joe?
up to Jenna, I tap her on the shoulder, she turns around, and she's like,
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah. I was
All right,
okay.
have
So
at it. I'll let Jenna do it.
Jabril, we want
Yes,
to shout out
saw
Jabril.
him.
Security
this morning,
right as
yep.
we were coming in.
Cindy, we also met ATN.
Yes.
Yes,
Steve in French.
Yes.
ATN.
I did not know that.
I didn't know
He's
that.
Dutch.
Yes,
but
he
it's-
was telling us
I know,
that.
in French. Yes.
Yeah. Shout out Samantha and Mike. Shout out Renee and Tony. They actually own Fuego and Mellow in Rochester.
Ooh, like Fuego.
Which Mellow, they have the spicy egg BLT, which is phenomenal. Really, really good coffee shop.
Yeah.
Really good coffee shop. Yep.
Okay, Mandy and Joe, who
Yep.
saw me stuffing my face. Alec and Grant, who were super nice.
Yep.
Marty, George, Aaron, and Bob. Charlie as well.
Charlie.
And then we have Jessica from San Diego.
Charlie had sweet seats right over there where the media comes out, and it's like he's just living the life. And it's
That's
like,
cool.
Damn.
Jessica from San Diego commented on the pod that her son is in the Flag Football League where
The Drew
Buffalo
Brees.
Plus's own
No way.
Micah Hyde is a coach. So she will be our correspondent
Insider.
covering
Insider.
what Mike
Yeah.
is doing. And maybe she's got critiques of how
Gonna
Mike
say,
is coaching.
reports
He's
from the
on a-
sidelines.
He's on a different team. Kid's on a different team. So we'll see how that
Very
goes.
interesting.
Yeah.
But no, it was really cool today, honestly. Like everyone coming up, it means a lot. We really do appreciate it as
Absolutely.
well. Anything else? I'm trying to think.
What they have now. So this week
Yeah.
they go to Cleveland. They'll have a joint practice on Thursday. Then they'll play the game on Saturday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they come back here for a game the next week on a Thursday. And then they and then preseason ends. Then they reduce the roster. All that stuff happens. But this week, it's more about a few practices here. Go to Cleveland, play the game next Saturday.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Great stuff. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Please be sure to like, comment what you thought of today's game, as well as subscribe and share after we hit 45,000, which was amazing.
Views
Thank
are
you.
just going up. And check out the
Love
Micah
it.
Hyde podcast. We'll have him again
Yes.
this week, just like we will
Every
every
week.
week.
Yes, awesome stuff. All right, for Mike and Dan, I'm Jenna. We'll catch you next time here on the Buffalo Plus podcast.
I'm never saying he's right again.
He's so annoying.